Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's so nice to see you here again. Remember I asked you guys a question about doing a tutorial for you guys, like a beginner's tutorial. If anyone was interested, to let me know. Thinking of doing a makeup class, okay? For those who want to like start doing their makeup by themselves this 2024 to make things easier for you. But before I continue, this is a glueless wig that I got from Face Smooth Hair. As someone who likes things of class and maturity, there are some few things that gives me the ick when I see them or think about them on social media. Number one is wigs. Don't get me wrong, I'm putting on a wig. You might be wondering why I'm talking about wigs. People's obsession with wigs is becoming so unhealthy these days. Don't get me wrong, I like wigs, I wear wigs when I'm going for a specific kind of look. But like, some people are so obsessed with wigs that they cannot even go out without wearing wigs. They don't feel confident without wearing wigs. Currently I have low cut, like my natural hair is short right now, and I wear it out as many times as I want to, and I feel okay with it. This is not just about me encouraging you to cut your hair or something, or to feel confident with short hair. No, that's not the case. The case here is I'm just trying to make you understand that before wigs came into existence, there were people who had short hair who didn't cut their hair, but their hairs didn't grow as long as others, if you know what I mean. And they didn't die, they were beautiful, they embraced their natural look. I'm encouraging you today to embrace your natural look and stop feeling insecure for no reason. That person who is laughing at you probably doesn't even look as good as you when you have short hair, you know. So there's nothing to be, feeling too timid about your natural self and your natural beauty. So to draw my brows, I have already applied my brow gel, my brow wax. I'm using the brow styling wax from IMETHOD Beauty. This is what it looks like. And after applying that with my spoolie brush, I just use the end of my spoolie to press down my brow hairs like so. So it's not like directly upwards or sideways, it's just kind of in front is upwards, and then going this way is kind of sideways. I'll say 45 degrees to like a 45-degree angle. Then I'm pressing it down so it will stay on my skin, in order to look, not to look like it has flyaways and stuff like that. And then you want your pencils to be very, very sharp. You can see, like pointy sharp, to be able to get the perfect outline for your brows. So the sharper the better. And if you don't have brow hairs like I do, I have a lot of brow hairs. This is me after trimming out the edge to expose my brow bone to give a more lifted or arched eyebrow when I draw it. If you don't have brow hairs like me, you can just use your pencil to trace out an imaginary outline of how you want your brows to look, and before you fill it in. After drawing your outline, you still need to sharpen your pencils again, so your lines that you use to fill in the strokes are very light and look hair-like. The more hair-like, the more natural. So I'm just going to go and trace this now. So for the bottom, I'm tracing from where my hair starts. Some people's own comes too close. That's why when you're waxing your brows, sometimes you wax the middle to move it backwards a little, but depends on what your client wants or what fits your client's face shape and eye shape. But for me, I don't like my brows coming to the front so much. It looks very awkward. So I use like this part of my nose or my tear duct area to gauge where it should be, even if I mistakenly like shave it a little bit. So I'm just going to draw this outline carefully. And then this is my brow bone. I don't want my brow to pass on my brow bone. I don't want to have sad brows. When your brows come down here, you literally have a sad brow look. You know, your eyes look down, same as when you draw your winged eyeliner and it's coming down instead of going up. It makes your face to sag down, which gives a sad kind of look, you see. But when everything goes up, it uplifts your face and brightens your face. That is why you have the arch on the brow, you have your brow bone showing, and then you have the cat wings or the winged liner. All those things just enhances your look, if you get what I mean. That's where I want my brow to stop, because that's where my natural brow hairs stop. And then for hair, sometimes I outline here, but I give like a little space from here to here before outlining. And when my brows look too full and together, sometimes I don't outline the top, I just draw the strokes to fill it in. But let's outline today. Lightly. So that is what I want it to look like. Okay, I already have a lot of brow hair, so I'll just concentrate on filling the back. And one other thing you need to know is your brow hairs, when you're filling it, your brows need to be darker from like the middle towards the tail end more than it is in front, to give a more natural look. So I'm using the second pencil to make sure the strokes I'm drawing for my brows are not too dark, or too bold rather. So you basically just draw to fill in where it looks like there's no hair. Where there's hair, you don't need to worry. So if you use a good brow gel or brow tamer, it just makes the work a whole lot easier. So now this looks clean. Even if I don't go ahead to clean it up with a concealer, I can still make do with what I have. So I'll go ahead to clean this up before I do the second one, just so we don't waste time. And when I'm done with this, I'll do this off camera. So I found out that an easier way to clean up your brows is using your foundation. Using concealers might be a little bit more you know, kind of not so easy to blend, because most of the time we hardly have concealers that are exact face skin tone shade. So I would suggest you use a foundation to make it easier for you to blend, but concealer stay put better than foundation would. So whichever one you think works for you anyway, but foundations are easier to blend, like I said. So I'll go ahead and use my foundation. Use a flat brush that is rounded or flat like this. Okay, I'm going in with the NARS Sheer Glow foundation. That is my foundation shade. So I'll make sure to use the brush to like smoothing this on my skin, both sides of the brush, so I don't have a whole lump of foundation before using. You just need as little as possible. You are only cleaning out the brow. You have to be careful so you don't go too deep, or the shape of what you're trying to achieve will just okay. You don't necessarily also need to clean it all the way to the front. The most important part is the back, but to be on the safe side, you can do that. But you need very minimal products in front, okay? So you don't have your brows looking too sharp and square, like boxed in front. Then you want to blend that away. To see. And then when you want to clean the top, if you must, you use a darker foundation or concealer to clean the top. Mixing the Elegirl Pro concealer in the shade Toffee, and I'm mixing the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade Cafe 50. I'll go in with this brush. It's a flat brush, and I'll use it at the top here. This is looking lighter than I expected, but we'll do the blending. You just have to be careful here. The arch doesn't need to be like sharp, a V sharp, and then again it doesn't have to be like very blunt. It just has to be perfect. So take your time. Personally, I don't like to do this the top of my brow because it just gives that boxed look which you have to start spending time to excuse me, spending time to blend again. Blending is the whole deal about makeup, but like it's not the most fun thing to do for some people. Personally, I like to do my skin work, so anything that has to do with foundation and concealer blending I love. So you use a small brush. This is a concealer brush I got off of Shein. I'm just blending that into my skin. As you can see, everything has disappeared, and I'll do the same for down. I blended the top first because the concealer I use at the top is darker. If I blend the lighter one first and take it to the top, it will further stain the top. So as you can see, I have that boxed thing in front I was trying to avoid, but that is my natural brow hairs because I didn't use pencils in front. So I'll just try and go in with my spoolie and brush that a bit forward to further scatter the hair, and up and forward and up and inside and up. And we have our natural looking brow again. Let's put this in front a little. Okay, and I think we're good with that. Looks perfect. So I'll go ahead and do the same for the second eye.